say,
Top Billin. Yo, peace. All my Eagles brothers and sisters, your boy is back. Feeling better than ever for a huge break that I took for the first time in like 12 years. And I'm excited about the direction of this team. It's a wrap. It's going to be a wrap again because they're going to be a better version of who they were last season. And it's most evident by this cat right here who I have been critical of, Jordan Davis. We've gone over it a million times. We don't have to rehash that. My stance is my stance on this guy. We look forward to the future, and I believe Jordan Davis will live up to his hype in this coming year, just for the simple fact that he seems to be a new man. I've heard it thousands of times. I covered this kid since, he's a grown man now, since he was in high school. Remember, the University of Georgia is what this channel and my career was built off of. Right, I have a decade worth of experience covering the University of Georgia, and I covered him since high school, and his freshman season at Georgia was outstanding, and ever since then, to me, he's gone downhill, and it's mostly due to his conditioning. That doesn't seem to be a problem right now. Oh, my God. Wallahi. At first, I was like, get this fake-ass, fraud and AI version of Jordan Davis up off my screen, but, man, the more I dig, I'm just like, this is incredible. This is exactly how this dude looked as a freshman. I was telling all those dudes back then when they were like, man, Jordan Davis not having as good a sophomore year as he did his freshman year. I was like, do you not see the shape of this dude, right? He quickly got out of shape from his freshman year, got happy with the success that he had, and to me, he didn't achieve what I thought he was going to achieve from his freshman year. Now, he still was a first-round draft pick. He still is a very good player. I don't think he's an elite player, which you draft in the top 15 picks. It should be your franchise player you draft that high. I'm not big with drafting nose tackles in the first round, period. I believe nose tackles, right? In this day and age now, there's really not even use for the space-eating nose tackle. You have to be able to get involved in the pass game. Meaning you need to impact the quarterback, especially on a team like this where you have a guy like Jalen Carter who's perhaps the best in the world, and he's going to eat double teams. That's why I always think it's bullshit when people are talking about Jordan Davis eating double teams, and I've dispelled that, and I've done tons of film on it. Like I said before, we'll leave that in the past. But the future right now, I think we saw that with Jordan Davis in the Super Bowl, in a little bit of the playoff run. Let's rehash that. You can make a legit argument that this was the greatest play of Jordan Davis's career. Think about that. So the magnitude of it combined with how clean it was is nasty. Now, this rings true with what I was saying before. Jalen Carter is the one eating a double. This is a nickel situation, so someone needs to get after the passer because everyone besides Carter will have solo attention. And you see it right here. He does a great job. It's like a tie-out. Burped the baby, got vert on him, and hood ornament, right? Made that man into a hood ornament, he being Jayden Daniels, right? Outstanding play in the playoffs, like we see right here, right? Carter splitting the difference right here. So he's going to end up getting the double. And my man took one to the chops right here. Look, bang, one to the chops. That's hands to the face anyway that they missed. But then he continues to work and gets vert. The fact that he continues to work looks like it completely, mess with my man's mind here. He's in FEMA mode. He pulled the ripcord as far as proper technique here. Jordan Davis getting skinny through the hole, right? Fast two, skinny through, getting vert right there, making Jayden Daniels run like a chicken with its head cut off because he's running that way. He's like an owl. He man got an owl neck. How the fuck you contort your neck like that? He's running this way, but he can scan the field. He can do a full scan read with his back turned to the defense. That's crazy. But look at that right there. My man corralling him. Hood ornament time and Splaka tie-out. Fertilized the shit out of that dude. Outstanding play by Jordan Davis. We will definitely see more of that this year. And you can see the kind of shape that he was in then, and that's towards the end of the season. You already been balling for all that time. Imagine if he stays in this shape that he's in now. Oh, my God. Once again, solo attention. You're in there in the game in a four-man front, meaning They don't expect for you to really anchor anything, right? Because they expect it to be a passing situation on sub packages. Now, watch this right here. If you get that solo attention, you need to immediately impact the quarterback. And look at this. Walk that man like a dog, right? Walked him like that yo-yo trick where you walk the dog. Had that man on roller skates on ice. Look at this. He took an outside approach. Looked like that wasn't going to work for him. Then he switched it, right? So he converted finesse to power, right? So it's the opposite. And look at my man right here. He's trying to anchor out, unable to sink those mugs when Jordan Davis starts that leg drive. And look, he's not even really bending. That shows you the strength of this man right here. He doesn't really have a good base that he's working from, and he's still dog walking this cat. Collapse the pocket. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Go back and show you the cheese right here. But yeah, definitely Jalen Carter right here is the one getting double or getting at least extra attention. So that leaves everyone soloed out. And great coverage right here, first and foremost. You got to talk about that as well. Causes Patrick Mahomes to get caught, right? So it's kind of a catch sack here. But to me, he did his job because he dog walked the left guard and made him almost injure. You know what I'm saying? Trey Smith right there. Bang. Patrick Mahomes, another hood ornament. Great work right there. I expect to see this early and often. Now listen, I was in my feelings. I can't fraud, right? Milton Williams is my man. I thought he was a co-anchor with Jalen Carter. They should have been that for their entire career. So I understand the business of this, but it still hurts. To me, he is the guy that was beating double teams. He was allowing Carter to get solo attention as well. And he could beat a double, and he would definitely beat solo attention as well. So if Jordan Davis can step in there and replicate that, nasty. All right, last joint right here. Even in base defense, getting solo attention but doing his job. Does not move off the spot and gets the tackle right there. Makes the play while making the play. If you get what I'm saying right here. So look at them on the squeeze down, on a pin and pull. Bang, he anchors. Look at that. Mud hook sunk in, something serious. Not moving this guy off his spot. If he's able to stack like that at the apex, at the point of attack, now look. You know what I'm saying? He's causing a 2, 3, 4 cart pile up. And there's nowhere for anyone to go. My man, Codeine in there on the play, as well as Jordan Davis doing the thing right there. That's what I want to see from this guy, but on a consistent basis. Not to say that obviously he had this in his arsenal. It's just the fact that he could not do it over a series of downs. To me, Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying, could be game planned against with him in the game, because if you keep him on the field, he's going to be tired. He doesn't look like he can get tired looking like that. You know what I mean? Your man looks like $1 million. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's essentially a contract year for him. He got that extension, which I was kind of surprised about. So he's going to have to prove on that extension, man, if he wants to be here for the duration of his career. This year could go a long way, you know what I mean, to him getting that extension. And we shall see how that works out, man. I hope the best for him. I want to see him here his entire career, but I want to see him looking like that his entire career. This could be the step for this man taking it grand, all right? With that being said, much love to everybody out there. Your boy knocking off the rust, you know what I mean, ready to get back at it full time. Much love to all my people out there, all my top Billin villains. Much love to everybody out in the Delaware Valley. Of course, you know how we get down North Philly, Brewery Town, Strawberry Mansion, Kensington, Port Richmond, the River Ward section. You know how we do it, Fishtown, everybody, man. We doing it big. Let's go.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.